Hola, welcome to Nourished Sundays. I'm your host, Joanna, certified in holistic nutrition from the Canadian School of Natural Nutrition, and also a busy mama of two. I am super passionate about finding easily applicable and simple ways to live better and feel better through the food we eat. And this is what this series is all about. It's about decoding what healthy eating may mean to you and your family and providing simple tips that you can take one day at a time to improve your overall health and the one of your family. Today's topic is about eating with the seasons. And I want to give you four benefits of doing this, and also share with you where you can find some additional resources to know what's in season where you live, and also to give you just generally an idea of what grows in which season, kind of like generally in the northern hemisphere. So there are many benefits of eating with the season, which is, more natural and more instinctive, right? Because as natural beings, as animals, we have instincts that matches nature where we live in, right? We have time lasted in the urban jungles where we live. But here are four, four benefits of eating with the season. Number one, when it's in season and local, it is generally more nutrient dense. What it means is that it will have more nutrients in it because it has grown, in the place and time, and it has ripened with the time it needed in the right moment. So that is highly beneficial because you get more out of what you eat. Number two, it limits environmental impacts big time because when you're eating stuff that's not in season where you live, it means it's coming from another part of the world. It means it's been transported, it's been stored, um, and oftentimes it comes from very intensive agricultural sites, where the soil might be highly deprived, and it's not in its optimal condition. So, and that also affects the nutrient availability for you. So the first point. Number three, it tastes better. Yes, because when a fruit or a vegetable has naturally ripened the way it's supposed to, the flavors are going to be intense naturally. Like flavors and nutrients really go hand in hand. So for example, like we've all tasted a summer tomato, like an August tomato in the northern hemisphere again. Like it just has a real tomato taste when it's grown locally and you just get it fresh. It's delicious, right? Whereas a tomato in January will have oftentimes a very dull or no flavor. Um, Same goes with watermelon. Like if it's like ripened in the summertime, it's gonna have a very different taste. So that's another benefit. And last but not least, it's oftentimes and generally so much better on your wallet because when in season, produce are cheaper and more easily to buy. And again, like if transportation has been factored in, it's often usually reflected in the cost of the thing you eat. So a way to find what's in season where you live, actually there's a tool that's amazing for the US. It doesn't include Canadian provinces, but like depending on where you live, maybe a similar climate to one part of the US, and that's the seasonalfoodguide.org, seasonalfoodguide.org altogether. This website, you just put where you are and it will show you what's in season for what time of the month, which is amazing. And doing some research on internet, I also found that Sobeys has been doing it for Canada. Yay for Sobeys. Who knew? So, I mean, it's not, by province, but there is one guide for Ontario. So it shows you like, a list of the most common fruit and vegetables, and when they're in season in Ontario. And they have another guide for Atlantic provinces and another guide for Western provinces. So, they have 3 guides for Canada. If you live in Canada, like there's many differences within those zones, but it at least gives you a bit of an indicator. And I mean, generally, if you have a local farmers market, you will see, what's in season by seeing what the producers, local producers, have at that time of year, right? And if you can grow 3 things yourself, you'll also probably know what grows when. In your garden, or if you have, a little greenhouse that is a bit protected from the cold, because we know it's hard to grow things when it's minus 30 outside. Anywho, just like as a general guide, I'm just gonna tell you what's most common for each of the seasons. Now, I know in some parts of Canada, like some seasons are not very much defined. It's a lot of winter and summer. Especially in Alberta, where I am living, but that will give you a bit of an idea for North America. So oftentimes spring is when we have good fresh asparagus, bean sprouts, garlic, and leafy greens. So that's a good time to eat those to get, again, all those benefits that I've outlined, particularly the nutrient density, right? Summer is a good time for berries, watermelon, the end of summer for tomatoes, cucumber. So all those, fresh, full of water, those fruits and veggies that are full of water, because that's the time of year where we need extra hydration because, it's warm. We spend a lot of time outside. So kind of it's instinctive and very natural to crave those things. Zucchini is also a very good one for the summer. In the fall, it's a good time for apples, beets, carrots, pumpkin, and it's like no wonder that's kind of, Thanksgiving. That's oftentimes what you'll find on the table. And it's a very good time to eat lots of soups out of those ingredients, again, because it's getting colder and our bodies, are, getting, it's like basically autumn, fall is a shift between very cold to very warm to very cold, so kind of transitioning our bodies into it, and soups are an amazing way to get our bodies ready for winter. And then winter is a good time for broth, and amongst other, that's when turnips, potatoes, squash, leeks, and oranges as a good fruit. That's oftentimes in that winter month that they grow. So a very general guide. Again, I encourage you to be more specific to where you live. But that was it, just a few things to consider and to think about when you're choosing what to eat during the seasons. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next week. And in the meantime, eat well and be well.